Housing grants for everyone. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my morning stein of coffee that I'm still working through, and I thought we'd have a look at this article from news.com.au discussing everyone receiving housing grants. Now the image that comes to mind is that Oprah meme where, you get a housing grant, you get a housing grant, you get a housing grant, everyone gets a housing grant. But editing that up is really beyond my pay grade at the moment. So it looks like our innovative government, to try and restart the economy, is doing the same thing that they've done every other time. They're putting all of their eggs in the housing bubble, in the housing market. And that's exactly what we need when housing is, well, property prices have just skyrocketed. The affordability of housing is off the chart. Migration, pretty much dried up. International tourism, non-existent. Students from overseas have disappeared. Airbnbs are flooding the market, so there's a chance renting may become more affordable. So they want to pump up that sector. I mean, business confidence, guys, is in the gutter. It really is. And building approvals have been a bit up and down. I mean, have a look at where they were sitting back in 2018, everyone. So it's definitely been trending down. Construction has been in a bit of a sorry state for some time, I'd say. Talk to anyone in the game. Prices are getting tighter. It's getting more competitive. Lots of tendering. Lots of tendering. Everyone I'm talking to seems to be getting a lot of government work, keeping businesses going. So let's have a look at this. Government said to unveil new home buyer grants across the board to prop up failing construction sector. The government will this week unveil generous grants for new home buyers, which will reportedly be on offer for everybody, not just first-timers. Oh, so there you go, guys. There you go. Everyone can get one. Everyone. Wow. So quick, use that equity. So the guy with 200 homes, he'll be able to get one. This is the problem with UBI, guys. This is, what? Universal home grants. Universal home handouts. So it's a bailout for the housing industry, everyone. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, what do you think this will do? What do you think this will do? Do you think this will ease the housing bubble? Will it affect the increased supply? Maybe if we get increased supply, property prices will shoot down. I think there'll be more and more people buying pre-existing houses, getting on the market there. I think every house will all of a sudden instantly go up by the new housing grant. Wow. And this is the thing. This is what I've been saying, guys. They're pulling out every stop they can. Every stop they can. So the predictions where there's going to be big falls in the market, it's going to have a lot. Essentially, here's the question I have. Are those people who are concerned, and I myself was thinking that property is going to hit, it just made sense. But then all of a sudden the banks are giving people holidays. Then you've got JobKeeper. How long is that going to go on for? Now you've got this. They're pulling out all stops, guys. They're pulling out all stops to keep property going. Because so much of the wealth of our civilization is tied up in this. They're creating new money. And it's going to flow into houses, guys. And then you've got the Cantillon effect. The next phase of government stimulus designed to revive the economy in the wake of the pandemic will focus on housing construction, it's been reported. Treasurer Josh Frydenberg is preparing to unveil a mammoth new home buyer scheme that will be available for all Australians, not just first-time buyers, as has traditionally been the case with such grants. This is government intervention, guys. You know what I should do? I should work up a whole series of starter house designs that people can buy, really cheap houses that can be modified. But then again, you can get cheap speckies. You can get cheap speckies and just extend them too. So this is the thing. If you're building a house, guys, get small and extend. Sky News political editor Andrew Kennelly revealed today the plan would be detailed this week in a bid to prop up the economically crucial home building sector. This will be across the board, not just for first home buyers, as the government looks to prevent a 30 to 50% drop in residential construction, Clarnell said on Sky News. The government fears a collapse in residential construction activity will damage housing supply and put pressure on affordability in the mid to long term. Construction is also a major pillar in the national economy, with economists warning it's set to take a massive hit due to the pandemic. What do you think, guys? What would you rather? Would you rather that we devote a significant portion of our wealth to building more houses when we don't have enough potable water, when our energy is the most expensive in the world? And yesterday I went to Bunnings. I had to buy a skirting to fix up, a fancy skirting Rachel wanted for her little schoolroom out the front. And I bought a little piece of just dressed pine because I wanted it to be a doorstop on my front door, to stop the air getting in. And I'm looking at that piece of pine, and I'm thinking, oh, this is, $8. I need to start milling my own timber. But where do you think the timber came from? It's from New Zealand, guys. It was imported product. Piece of pine. Nothing special. We run out of timber in Australia, guys. There are a few details about what the grant will look like. How much, any threshold on home values, and whether it's targeted in specific locations. But Fennell said a key feature of it would be to save construction jobs. I wonder if I can get the grant for my renovations on my house. I want to do a lift and refurb. Maybe I should apply for that. Maybe you know what? I should build a granny flat underneath and then get that split as a separate title and then get the grant. What do you reckon? I wonder if that'd be possible. I bet I've got enough grandparents living here. Why not? Don't tell Rachel. Labor has been calling for urgent government support for the housing sector for several weeks. Speaking on Sky News this morning, opposition Treasury spokesman Jim Chalmers cautiously welcomed the news. Let's see what they announce during the news, Dr. Chalmers said. Already before the crisis, construction was relatively weak and home ownership was at 60-year lows, so we had a challenge there. That challenge has been exacerbated by the pandemic crisis. In 2 or 3 months, we are very worried that construction will fall off a cliff, and that's why we've been making very constructive suggestions about what the government might do. We want to make sure that their plan is comprehensive, and we hope that they pick up and run with some of the ideas that Labor has put on the table. The opposition wants to see support for tradespeople in the building industry and a focus on investment in social housing stock, he said. He also called for a program to house essential workers closer to where they work. We see we've got an open mind on grants, and recently, as yesterday, we put an idea on the table to lift the cap on the loan deposit scheme to try and incentivize new builds as well, Dr. Chalmers added. Wow. The government's first home loan deposit scheme, a key election commitment from Prime Minister Scott Morrison, was fully subscribed in its first few months of existence this year. It's been announced it will run again from July. The scheme effectively provided a guarantee on first home buyer deposits, meaning they would need as little as 5% of the purchase price to secure a mortgage. So, grants, housing grants for everyone. More stimulus for the construction sector. I can't say I'm overly surprised. As an architect, I can see fantastic more construction work, more opportunities. As someone who's concerned about the economy and the future of my children, I'm concerned that, we're putting all our eggs in the same basket, guys. It's going to overflow. There's no innovation here. Maybe I'm expecting too much of our political leaders. They wouldn't do anything drastic. We're talking about the Liberal and Labor parties here. They're just going to trot out the same old things. They've got their tried and tested formula. This is why we need to shift the window. We need to have more minors in politics. Mix it up a bit. At least get other things discussed on the table. What do you think, guys? Are you looking forward to this housing grant? Do you think it's just what Australia needs? Will it help us build our way out of the economic collapse? Or will it just be more of the same? Or should there be a percentage of Australian materials in these houses that receive these grants? maximum 20% foreign product. Think about that. Think how many nails are imported. Think how many pieces of timber are imported. Maybe. Why not? That will increase the effect of the grant purchasing on Australian manufacturing. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, everyone. Please. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're a fan of the channel and like to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us via our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay or Independent Reserve and Kucoin. You can use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, buy a merch from HeiseSays, or support us using PayPal. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.